Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing the very first 2024 presidential election prediction on the channel post midterm elections. And we all know how bad the midterm elections was. I did an entire video about it yesterday. Well, I just recorded it a couple seconds ago, but anyway. And so just based off of the results that I have in now, I'm just going to do a prediction, which really doesn't look good for the Republicans. First, I'm going to put in all the safe Republican states: Alaska, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, all of Nebraska except the 2nd District, Oklahoma. Kansas will not be safe. I'll explain why here in a second. Missouri, Iowa, I do believe Iowa will be safe in 2024. Same thing with Ohio. Indiana will be safe. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, or Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, South Carolina, that will be safe as well for Donald Trump. Take a look at the safe Biden states: Hawaii, the entirety of the West Coast, Colorado, Illinois will be safe, Virginia will be safe, the entirety of the Northeast with the exception of New Hampshire. Yes, even New Jersey will be safe. New York will be safe, and Maine's first, and well, not Maine at large. That's a bit too far. So here is the safe state map. Trump's got 142 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 204. So now take a look at the likely Republican states. First up, Kansas. Kansas is a very white college-educated state. It's trending to the left fast and fast. Laura Kelly ended up winning re-election, or is essentially on track to win re-election. They're at 99% in. She's leading by 2. Again, it's a state that is continuously trending to the left and will most likely be competitive in 2024. Trump will probably win it by around 8 points. Texas, likely Republican. Trump actually probably makes gains here, especially with Hispanics. Probably around 5 to 6 points, similar to his 2020 margin. 2022 was a neutral year, very polarized year, very nationalized year, where it was essentially people kind of treated it like it was a federal election. That's kind of what it seemed like to me. Florida, that will go like the Republican. Trump probably wins it by 6 to 7 points. Big gains made in the state of Florida by Ron DeSantis and Marco Rubio, probably to where we could say, yeah, likely Republican for Donald Trump and most Republicans in general. And as well as Maine's 2nd congressional district, that will go to Donald Trump, no questions asked. Next up, the likely Biden states. First up, we have New Mexico. New Mexico went blue in the midterms. It went to Michelle Lujan Grisham by around 5 points-ish. The final results haven't come in, so I expect Biden to win by around 8 or 9 here, if not safe. Minnesota, Biden probably wins it by around 7 points or more. Minneapolis, way too big. Nebraska, 2nd congressional district, he probably wins it by 6 points or more. New Hampshire, Maine at large. New Hampshire is currently probably going to go likely Democrat in the Senate election, so New Hampshire could be safe. And so those are all the likely states, and Biden currently leads 226 to 219. Taking a look at the lean Republican states, there's only one, and that's the state of North Carolina. Trump probably wins here by roughly the same margin he did in 2020. If not, he wins by a tilt margin. Ted Budd really underperformed in the Senate race. It honestly just could be because Trump was not on the ballot, but it really doesn't look good because it was a very nationalized environment to the point where we could be seeing a D-leaning environment. We just have to wait and find out. But yeah, Trump, there's only one lean Republican state. Now take a look at the lean Democrat states. First, we have Georgia. Biden probably will end up making gains here in Georgia as the state continues to go blue and blue. Raphael Warnock is currently leading in the election, which will most likely go to a runoff, where Herschel Walker was widely expected to be leading. A lot of people had Herschel Walker leading in the first round. Then it would go to a runoff. A lot of people did, including myself. But Raphael Warnock is currently leading, outperforming all expectations. He could end up winning a first full term to the Senate. Next up, Pennsylvania. John Fetterman ended up outperforming Joe Biden. Big numbers in the white working class areas as well as in the Scranton area. Big numbers for John Fetterman, or good numbers for John Fetterman. and John Fetterman's not a great candidate, or at least he's not right now due to the whole stroke and not being able to understand words properly. Joe Biden probably wins it by the same margin. The Rust Belt would just and essentially be the same margin. He wins Pennsylvania by 1 or 2. He wins Michigan by 2 or 4. Again, you know, white working class voters or just you know urban voters are trending hard to the Democrats, and that gives Biden the election right there with the state of Michigan. Biden will win re-election based off of what we saw last night. And so we have 3 states left. These are all tilt states: Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, 2 of which were tilt states last time. Honestly, I think Biden will probably barely crack open Wisconsin one more time, as well as the state of Nevada. Nevada did trend right in the midterms. Catherine Cortez Masto is looking like she'll win by a tilt margin, if not 1 point, while Lombardo is looking like he wins by a tilt margin to 1 point as well. Again, very narrow very narrow election in Nevada. It might be the closest election in 2024. However, I do see Donald Trump winning in Arizona. Arizona is looking to be a red wave. Is looking like it. Looks like Blake Masters is on track to barely scrape by a victory, while Kari Lake is going to decimate Kari Lake if these numbers are correct and we don't see any more Democrat vote dumps. That's if. That's only if. So this is my current 2024 election prediction. Joe Biden wins 292 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 246 electoral votes. It's essentially the same map minus Arizona going red. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm dooming? Do you think I'm a moron because I got tilt red New York, and it ended up being lean D? Tell me down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. This is the chaotic one saying peace.